Hey YouTube, it's been a little while since I've done a video. First of all, I have to say that Christian honesty, or shall I say lack of honesty, doesn't seem to surprise me anymore. Here's what I'm talking about. There's a YouTuber that goes by the name of Shockofgod, and he posted a video called "The Question That Terrifies Atheists." Now, in that video, he does some phone calls, talking to atheists, and he plays it off like they're just freaking out and stuff like that. And there is some yelling and stuff like that. He does such a poor job of this, you can't really tell what's being said. And he tries to make it seem as though people are terrified of this. It wasn't terror there, the shock of God. That was anger from being sick and tired of this. Now, the question he poses is something to the effect of that we can't claim that there is no God, or can you atheists prove there is no God? I actually made a comment on his video that he removed within 10 or 15 minutes of me putting it, and my statement was this: it wasn't arrogant, it wasn't name-calling, it wasn't any of that, but he made sure to remove it really quickly because I had an answer for the question that terrifies atheists, and my answer was this: it is not for atheists to prove a negative, it is for the religious. It's for the religious that make the claim to actually prove the positive. And being that it has not been proven in several thousand years, then that must prove that it is in the negative. If God was actually proven, atheists would not exist. He removed that video. My answer terrified him. Then I actually had him on friends list. We had him on there for the past several months. He didn't like my answer. He removed me from that. It seems that he can't actually hold up against an argument that goes up against his claim. The answer threatened him. So he immediately blocked me, removed me from friends. He was afraid of the answer. He had no counter for that. He knows that it's true. If God had actually been proven ever, atheists would not exist. It's that simple. Atheism would not exist if there was actually proof of God. When all is said and done, whatever science you want to throw at it, philosophy, theories, when all is said and done, if God had ever been proven, there would be no such thing as atheists. Since there are atheists, that proves God has never been proven. Ever. Show me something to counter that. Show me something to counter that. I would love to see it. And as much skepticism I'd have, I would do my best to really try and look at that with an open mind and an open heart. But prove it. Prove that my statement on that is wrong. I mean, seriously, if God actually showed himself to the vast majority of people, there would be no doubt. No doubt. There's no proof of a virgin birth. There's no proof of that. You cannot prove that Jesus had no earthly father. You cannot prove it at all. Mary was a pretty much unknown until the books opening up where they were talking about Jesus' birth. There wasn't much mention at all. His sacrifice, self-fulfilling prophecy. He sacrificed because he saw himself as a rogue, or he was seen by the authorities as a rogue. He didn't die for our sins. He died because he was causing trouble in the church, whether or not he was justified or not. That's why they killed him. That was the punishment of the time. This is really frustrating and a boring subject. I really don't need to go any further into it other than if God was true, if God was real, there'd be no atheists. If God was proven, there'd be no atheists. Show me something that actually counters that. Something real.